Hello everybody and happy Thursday. I do want to let you know this video is going to be a pretty long one today, and that is because I'm adding a special hurricane segment in my video. And the reason that I'm adding this hurricane segment into this video is we are now less than 50 days away until the official start of hurricane season, which is on June 1st. And on top of that, the Colorado State University has now released the official hurricane forecast for this year's upcoming hurricane season. And thanks to an El Nino, which is a climate pattern I'll explain to you in just a few minutes, we're probably looking at a below average hurricane season. 13 tropical storms are expected this year when we typically see an average of about 14 every single year. 6 hurricanes are expected with an average of about 7 every single year. And we're also expecting 2 hurricanes when we typically see around 3 of them every single year. And major hurricanes are just hurricanes that are rated either category 3, 4, or possibly even a 5 as well. Now, when it comes to determining if a tropical storm or a hurricane will form and even how strong it will get, there are several different atmospheric components that come into play. Number one is how warm the waters are in either the Atlantic, the Caribbean Sea, or the Gulf of Mexico. You have to have very warm waters either at 80 degrees or if not, warmer than that. And as you can see, these water temperatures are running well above normal, especially off the western coast of Africa, northeast of South America. A little chilly here just now to the north of South America, but as you head into the Gulf of Mexico and also the whole entire eastern seaboard, you're looking at pretty warm water temperatures, which would typically favor an above average hurricane season. However, before we talk about that, we got to talk about a climate pattern that is known as El Nino. This is pretty much just a fancy name for the water temperatures in the Eastern Pacific Ocean being warmer than normal. What this does is it forces all that warm water to evaporate, condense, form rain, showers, and possibly even some storms. And during that process, all those storms are creating something that is known as wind shear. And all that wind shear is transported across Central America into the Caribbean Sea and eventually into the North Atlantic as well. And as I just told you, we really can't have all wind shear in the Atlantic Ocean. Wind shear is the #1 limiting factor when it comes to the strength of a hurricane. And because of this El Nino climate pattern that is forecasted to transport all this wind shear into the Atlantic Ocean, we're looking at a pretty below average hurricane season to say the least, which I am not complaining about at all, and I'm sure you are not complaining about it at all either way. On the other hand, though, it does not hurt to be prepared. That is, God forbid we do get a tropical storm or a hurricane threatening our area. Obviously, I will be here with you every single step of the way to make sure you and your family stay safe. And before we get to talk about our local weather, here's a look at the names that we will be using to name all of the tropical cyclones that we see in the Atlantic this year. We've got Arlene, Brett, Cindy, Dawn, Emily, Franklin, Gert, Harold, Idalia, Jose, Katia, Lee, Margaret, Nigel, Ophelia, Felipe, Rena, Sean, Tammy, Vince, and Whitney. I don't think I said any of these names wrong. If I do, collect me in the comments, but these are the names that will be used as we head into the upcoming hurricane season. Moving on from that, let's take a look at a very potent system that has been affecting pretty much the whole entire south and eastern half of the country all week long. And I'm sure most of you have seen all the videos of the incredible flooding down in Fort Lauderdale in southern Florida over the last several days. That's all because of this main potent system. And as we are heading into the day tomorrow, as you have likely heard, is going to be a pretty stormy day to say the least. As far as the radar goes, there's our center of our low right over Mississippi. We've got all these spiraling rain bands. I mean, this system almost kind of looks like a tropical storm, I guess you could say, in some form, because it has our center of our low pressure and then all these outer bands coming in off the Gulf of Mexico and eventually off of the southern Atlantic Ocean. But all these rain bands will be heading into our area as we head overnight tonight and into your day tomorrow as well. Here's a look at the radar as of around 4 o'clock this afternoon. We're starting to see some showers and maybe even a rumble of thunder across our western counties. We're still not really seeing anything in Georgetown County and also the rest of our area, including the border belt. But overnight tonight, expect all of that to change. So let's time out all this rain right now on our futurecast. Starting this out at around 8 p.m., some scattered showers and possibly even a thunderstorm possible right near Georgetown, west of King Street through Manning, Sumter, but the majority of our area is staying rain-free. Let's bypass that time to your midnight hour. You can see a pretty good cluster of thunderstorms now located just now to the west of Conway. Maybe a few showers possible from King Street through Manning, Sumter, and Camden, as well as our border belt counties, but the majority of Horry, Georgetown, Mary, King Street, and the rest of our area is staying rain-free. Let's bypass your midnight hour into the very early morning hours of tomorrow, and I do believe this will be our best chance of rain. As you can see, some very heavy showers, possibly even a strong thunderstorm or two, will be likely really across our whole entire area, east of Conway through Sumter, Manning, King Street, and really the whole entire rest of our viewing area. Let's bypass this towards your morning hours, or excuse me, your morning commute hours. The far western, excuse me, I guess you could say the central and western half of our area should be starting to dry out somewhat, while the majority of our border belt counties in Georgetown and Horry County, you're still dealing with a pretty good chance for some showers and maybe even a thunderstorm as well. Towards your lunch hour, we really start to see everything kind of clear out. That line of storms is now way into the Outer Banks of North Carolina, but still a few showers and possibly even a pop-up thunderstorm possible across our inland counties. Let's bypass your lunch hour. I know this is a very long feature radar, but I wanted to make sure I got every single hour on here for you. Here's 4 o'clock. Once again, really just some spotty showers possible. I do think that once again the main event will be coming through in between 2 and 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then throughout the afternoon hours, it's really just going to be a scattered event. It's not going to be a widespread event. It's not going to rain all day, but really just becoming mostly scattered as we head into your afternoon, and eventually overnight, some scattered showers are still possible, maybe even a rumble of thunder possible just now to the west of Georgetown across Horry and Georgetown counties as well. As far as your high temperatures go for your day tomorrow, a very warm day to say the least, and that is why we're having all these scattered showers and thunderstorms form because of how warm and humid this air mass is. So mid to upper 70s right along the immediate coast, upper 70s to around 80s as you head further inland under some scattered showers and possibly even thunderstorm as well, with your winds out of the south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thankfully, as soon as we bypass tomorrow, the forecast looks great. You plan on looking for the house of your dreams. As far as your house hunting forecast goes for this weekend, a beautiful weekend as well, especially on Saturday. Abundant sunshine is expected pretty much all day long. Temperatures starting out in the 60s, warming up into the 70s for your afternoon. As we head into your Sunday, our next cold front arrives, and that will bring a pretty good bit of cloud cover into our area. Still nice when talking about temperatures, though. Mid-60s to start out the day. We warm up into the low to mid-70s for your afternoon with only a small chance of rain as we head into your late evening and say overnight hours. Here's a look at your extended 10-day forecast as we head over the next 10 days. Beyond tomorrow, amazing weather returns for your day on Saturday, and for the first half of your day on Sunday. I did put a 30% chance of rain on Sunday because some of the models are indicating a few showers possible, but I really do think that we're going to be staying mostly dry when it comes to rainfall. But just look at next week. Next week looks absolutely incredible. Temperatures mild in the low to mid 70s with almost perfect sunshine every single day. I am not complaining about this forecast one bit, and that's really the exact same case as you head further inland as well. As soon as we can get by tomorrow, the forecast looks great for your Saturday and pretty much your Sunday as well. Temperatures well above normal in the lower 80s. That cold front drops us down into the 70s all next week, but still 70s and sunshine. I am not complaining one bit. Keep it here at Leem's Weather for all the latest information.